When your world feels like it's spinning out of control, when your heart hammers against your ribs like a prisoner demanding escape, that's not weakness. That's raw, unfiltered energy. And you can harness it. The secret? Stop fighting it. For 4 seconds, stop breathing. Not to surrender, but to command. Inhale like you're stealing air from the storm itself. Hold it. Let the pressure build. Then exhale like you're slamming the door on chaos. This isn't just breathing, it's a rebellion. Panic thrives on the illusion that you're powerless. But when you cut off its oxygen, even for a few seconds, you prove it wrong. Your body will respond. Your pulse will slow. Your mind will clear. This isn't avoidance. This is action. The first time you do it, it might feel unnatural. Good. Growth lives in the unnatural. Master this, and you're not just calming down, you're taking back control. There's a moment, maybe you've felt it, when your heart slams against your chest like it's trying to escape. Your breath turns shallow. Your hands shaking like they know something you don't. Fear has crept in quietly, hijacked your nervous system, and now it's driving. This isn't some abstract idea. This is biology. It's your body screaming danger even when there isn't any. And it doesn't matter if you're walking into a meeting, facing a hard conversation, or chasing a dream that scares you. Panic doesn't wait for perfect timing. It kicks down the door when you least expect it. But here's what no one told you, you don't have to live as its hostage. You were born with the most advanced survival system on Earth. The trick? Learning how to use it, on command. This isn't about avoiding fear. It's about stepping into the fire, understanding its language, and using it to become untouchable. When your body spirals out of control, the power to reverse it isn't in some guru's book, it's inside your lungs, your breath, your decision to interrupt the pattern. Fear lies to you. It tells you that shaking hands mean failure. That a racing heart means danger. But what if those signals aren't warnings? What if they are power? Think of a lion before the hunt, muscles coiled, senses sharp, heart pounding. That's not fear. That's readiness. Your body is giving you the same tools. The difference? The lion doesn't question its strength. You don't have to either. When panic tries to hijack your breath, intercept it. For seconds of stillness. For seconds of defiance. Inhale. Hold. Exhale like you're crushing doubt under your heel. This isn't just a trick, it's a reprogramming. You're teaching your nervous system that adrenaline isn't a threat, it's fuel. Do it twice. Do it until it's instinct. Because the moment you realize your fear response is just energy waiting to be directed, you become unstoppable. Panic is a bully. It thrives on reaction. The more you struggle, the tighter it grips. So stop struggling. Instead, outsmart it. When your breath comes fast and shallow, that's panic's way of shouting. But when you pause, when you force 4 seconds of silence, you're shouting back. Inhale like you're drawing a line in the sand. Hold it like you're locking eyes with fear itself. Exhale like you're blowing out its flame. This isn't passive, it's aggressive. You're not waiting for calm, you're manufacturing it. And here's the truth, panic hates precision. It collapses under deliberate action. So be deliberate. Be precise. Turn your breath into a weapon. The shakes? The sweat? They are just proof you're alive. Now prove you're in charge. Imagine this, your brain is like a high-speed command center. When it senses threat, it flips the switch from reason to reaction. Adrenaline floods your veins, cortisol surges, and your breath. It gets hijacked. You breathe fast, short, erratic, and that hyperventilation feeds your fear. It's like pouring gasoline on a fire and expecting it to go out. But here's where the secret weapon lives. If you want to take back control, you have to do the opposite. Stop. Interrupt. Breathe, but not just any breath. A sharp inhale. Hold it. Count to 4. Then release, slowly, like you're blowing out fire, one controlled breath at a time. Why does it work? Because your breath isn't just air. It's a signal. When you hold it, you raise CO in your blood. Your brain interprets that as, we're not dying, we're controlling the situation. And just like that, your nervous system calms. Your heart slows. Your muscles loosen. It's not magic. It's mechanics. You just hacked your biology. You turned your breath from a passenger into a weapon. And in that moment, fear doesn't get to win. Your body is a battlefield, and panic is a coward. It attacks when your carbon dioxide levels drop, when your breathing is rapid and unchecked. But when you pause, when you let CO2 rise, your brain has no choice but to stand down. This isn't philosophy. This is science. Inhale sharply. Hold. Exhale slowly. You're not just breathing, you're hacking your nervous system. Your heart has to slow. Your muscles have to relax. This is biology obeying your rules. The first time you do it, it might feel like you're cheating. Good. Winners don't play by fear's rules. They rewrite them. So starve the panic. Flood your system with control. You're not surviving the moment, you're owning it. Most people think courage is the absence of fear. It's not. Courage is the decision to move while fear is screaming. But you can't make that decision if your body has already surrendered. That's why breath control matters. It gives you a sliver of time to make a different choice, to rewire the script. Every time you stop, hold, and release, you're telling your body, we're not running. We're facing this. You're teaching your nervous system that the alarms might be loud, but they are not always right. This practice, it's not about Zen. It's about war. It's about preparing your mind for chaos and reminding it who's in charge. And the beautiful part? The more you practice, the faster you reclaim the narrative. Your boss walks in angry, breathe. Your dreams feel too big, breathe. Your mind starts telling stories of failure, breathe. Every breath is a reset. A choice. A refusal to let fear hijack your destiny. The world doesn't reward those who wait for calm. It rewards those who walk through the storm with steady breath and unshakable focus. Every great warrior, every champion, every person who's ever stared down the impossible has one thing in common: they learn to redirect fear. Not eliminate it. Use it. Your pounding heart? That's energy. Your shaking hands? That's intensity. Your rapid breath? That's potential. All it needs is direction. So direct it. For seconds. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Do it until the panic realizes it works for you. This isn't about avoiding fear, it's about transforming it. The first time you succeed, it'll feel like a revelation. Because it is. You've just discovered that the thing you thought was holding you back was actually the key to pushing forward. Now go. Breathe. Dominate. The first time you try this, it won't feel like healing. It'll feel like betrayal. Because fear wants you to run. Your instincts will scream, "We've never done this before." That's good. It means you're doing something powerful. Something that rewires the way you respond to life. You're breaking centuries of programming, ancestral codes passed down through DNA. You're saying, this ends with me. And your biology will resist. That tight chest, that dizzy rush, it'll flare up, trying to drag you back. But hold the line. Breathe anyway. You're not calming down, you're taking back the controls. And that's terrifying, until it's liberating. Until you realize you can walk into fear like it's your arena, not your prison. The betrayal? That's just your old self letting go. That's your body realizing it doesn't have to panic to protect you anymore. It can trust you. And when it does, you unlock something most people never find: real freedom. The kind of freedom that walks into anything, failure, judgment, uncertainty, and says, I'm not afraid. I've trained for this. You don't negotiate with fear. You dominate it. You learn its rules. You study its rhythms. And then you break them. Not because you're fearless, but because you're finally in control. This world will test you. It will corner you, raise the volume on your doubts, make your heart race with what ifs and not enoughs. But you've got something most people never unlock, a system. A trigger. A code. You've learned that fear is loud, but breath is louder. That panic is fast, but focus is faster. That survival is reactive, but mastery is intentional. This isn't motivation, it's a manual for reclaiming your power. So next time your hands shake, your voice trembles, your mind spirals, don't run. Don't ask for permission. Don't hope it passes. Stop. Breathe like your future depends on it, because it does. Inhale like you're fueling your fight. Hold like you're owning the moment. Exhale like you're extinguishing the lie that fear controls you. Do it again. And again. Until calm is no longer a stranger, but your battle cry. What you practice in silence becomes your instinct in the storm. The time to train your breath, your focus, your power, is not when everything is falling apart. It's now. In the calm. In the quiet hours. This is where warriors are made, not in the battle, but in preparation. So don't wait for the panic to come knocking. Prepare for it. Make breath control a ritual, not a reaction. Start your mornings with that 4-second hold, that fierce exhale. Do it before the meeting, before the challenge, before the pressure. Condition your body to respond with power, not panic. Athletes train their muscles. You're training your nervous system. And when chaos shows up, your body won't freeze, it'll flow. That's the edge most people never get. Because most people react to life. You're designing how you'll respond to it. And the more you train, the more your body remembers. The fear may still knock, but now, it doesn't get the keys. There comes a moment in every transformation where you realize, you're not who you used to be. The breath you once used to survive? You're now using it to build. Build courage. Build focus. Build a life you don't have to escape from. And it all begins with that tiny, defiant pause. That decision to hold. That choice to exhale slow. It's not just about panic anymore. It's about creating a version of you that walks into the world with presence, power, and purpose. Breath by breath, you're designing a new mind. A new nervous system. A new future. One that doesn't flinch at fear, but invites it in, and keeps moving anyway. So don't underestimate what you're doing. You're not just breathing. You're building something unshakable. You're turning biology into bravery. And that, right there, is how ordinary people become legends, not because they never felt fear, but because they learned to breathe through it. Let's get something clear, you are not your panic. You are not your fear. You are the one observing it. The one capable of choosing something else. That voice that whispers, you can't handle this, that's not you. That's a reflex from an older version of yourself. A version that didn't know you had power. But now you do. You've met your breath. You've met your ability to pause in the face of mental storms. And the more you use that breath, the more distance you create between who you were and who you're becoming. Every inhale is proof you're still here. Every controlled exhale is an act of defiance. So stop identifying with the fear. It doesn't define you, it reveals where the work begins. And that's not weakness. That's the gateway to strength. If panic is a storm, then your breath is the anchor. And you? You're the one holding it firm. You're not broken. You're just learning how to steer. People talk about legacy like it's something you leave behind. But the truth is, legacy is what you build moment by moment, especially in how you face fear. Your children will watch how you handle pressure. Your friends will notice when you breathe instead of break. Your future self is depending on what you choose right now. And maybe no one else sees it. Maybe no one cheers when you pause and center yourself instead of lashing out or shutting down. But it matters. Every time you choose control over chaos, you're building a legacy of strength. Not the loud kind. The deep kind. The kind that whispers, I am not a prisoner of emotion, I am the master of response. That's the kind of power that outlives adrenaline. The kind that changes generations. Because the world doesn't need more people who panic. It needs more people who pause, breathe, and lead. Let that be you. So here's the final truth, breath is not weakness. It's not soft. It's not passive. It's the mark of a warrior. The disciplined, unshakable kind. The kind who doesn't need to shout to prove their power. You want to face life with fire in your eyes and steel in your chest? Then breathe like it. Use your lungs like a weapon. When your heart races, don't run. When your voice shakes, don't hide. When fear shows up, don't bow. Stand tall. Inhale sharp. Hold strong. Exhale slow. Again. And again. Until it's not just a technique, but a way of life. Because fear will never disappear. But neither will your ability to rise above it. You are not here to survive panic. You are here to conquer it. One breath at a time. So the next time your hands tremble and your mind spirals, don't ask if you're strong enough. Just breathe, and remember who you are.